Morning guys, it's Friday Focus, so I wanted to do a live for you this morning just to chat about something pertinent. What I try to do on Fridays is just enlighten you about a certain little thing that will help you move your business forward. Nice short live, so you're not on here for 20 minutes, but something nice and short and sharp, like a bite-sized, lovely bit of business awesomeness that will make your lovely, lovely business totally fabulous this week. So here's this morning's Friday Focus for you. The idea that you've got a product offering that people might not actually realise they need yet. And if you've got that kind of product offering, what you're going to have to do is educate and sell. And when you educate and sell at the same time, often you don't get traction. So what I recommend you do is that you split off the stuff that you need to educate and the stuff that you want to sell and separate the two. So for example, I work with my clients and we create what I call the client identifiers, which are very specific pieces of client language that we use to show to the world that we understand what they're going through. I call them client identifiers. So it might be a question where you say, do you experience XYZ? And it's a very, very specific question. And the idea is that when your ideal client reads that message, they go, oh my God, yes, that's me, because you've got that question so specifically targeted. Now, anybody that hasn't worked with Jodie doesn't understand the benefit of a client identifier. I have to explain it. I have to help people understand it. So, for example, at last year's No Limits event, I sat down with a lovely lady called Ali Baker and we sat on the floor and we worked on her client identifiers. Her business is around helping mums with small children get some me time so that they don't become stressed and burn out. So we created 3 client identifiers that would identify her client perfectly. So for example, if you envisage a website where you've got people coming onto your website and they want to know if they're in the right place, Ali would then put those client identifiers right at the top of her website in her header. The people would read those questions and they would preferably answer, oh my God, yes, that's me. They know they're in the right place. They'll then commit to reading more and more about your business and, you know, all of the lovely information that you've got to share on your website. So the 3 client identifiers that we came up with Ali was, do you buy organic? Because at least it feels like you're doing something. Have you got a massage voucher that's over 12 months old? When was the last time you did any art that didn't involve a 3-year-old? Now you can see how those 3 client identifiers are super, super useful, because the person who reads that and says, oh my God, yes, that's me, that's actually Ali's ideal client. Now, I've had to explain to you how that works. I've had to educate you in the benefits of using client identifiers on your website. So believe me, if I had a freebie that I was trying to sell you, you know, to get you to opt into and then do maybe a low dollar offer course with me, then that would not work, because I would have to educate you first in the needs and the benefits of having client identifier language. And you'll be like, why do I need that? So you would see my advert flash up in your timeline, like, that doesn't apply to me, I don't need that. So I separate the two. So I, for example, would do a live saying, hey guys, let me talk to you about client identifiers today so that you can understand the benefits of using client language in your copy. And then later on, when you saw an advert from me saying, hey, do you want to do a course on client identifiers? A, you know what client identifiers is because I've told you about it in the previous educational video. But B, you know why you need it now. Because if I tried to do all of that in the freebie advert, you know, you would just switch off and you would just carry on moving. Okay, so what I'm trying to explain is the idea of separating your message and your education and the movement of what you're doing with your business. Okay, the two are separate things. So you're offering products, you're offering services, and you're monetizing that on the one side, but you're educating and you're creating movement for change on the left-hand side. So ideally, you go off now and say, oh my God, client identifiers are brilliant. And you start writing them and you use them in your business. Whether or not you come across and sign up for any of my courses, that's beside the point, because I have done my job. I've educated you and I've made a change in your life and the way that you will do your business. And that for me is really important. I'm sharing my message and that's my sole purpose. So you then benefit from understanding something a little bit more. But if I'd sent you out a freebie saying, oh, let's work on your client identifiers, it would mean nothing to you and you wouldn't understand the benefit. So the key thing is to try and separate the two, have different hats on. One hat is, okay, I'm educating, I'm motivating, I'm inspiring, I'm sharing my message. And the other is, these are my online courses, this is my one-to-one work, these are my low-dollar offers, and I'm offering them to you to purchase. And if you try and do the two together, you're going to find it hard and you're not going to get very much traction, and that's demotivating. And I want you to love your business. I want you to just be all over it and very happy and incredibly excitable. But if you try and do the two together, then you'll get demotivated because you won't get traction, and then you'll be sad, and then you'll say, I don't like my business, and that's not where we want you to be. What we want you to do is love both sides. I want you to find your movement. What is it that you're trying to change the world with? What is the message that you want to get out there that's going to change the world? And get out there and do Facebook Lives and educate and share. And on the other side, offer your business offerings. All right, my loves, have an amazing Friday. I hope that's helped. I hope you get the difference between the two, and you can move forward and make some changes in your business today. Speak to you soon. Bye-bye.